What's up, guys? Stefan, S&E's Garage. Today we're going to be tackling some water leaks on our 2010 JKU. Alright guys, so we have a couple of water leaks that we need to address here. First and foremost, our door seals are leaking at this corner here and this corner here, and we have water coming down this way, and then most of it is coming from back here coming down, and then it actually completely soaked our back carpets to the point that I had to pull them out. So we're going to be doing two things here. Number one, we're going to replace both front driver's door seals. These rubber seals here, you'll see this is pretty worn. It's not, it's not really plump anymore. It's kind of stuck in where, this should be out more. This is ripped here. And then our door hinges are actually loose. You see here, we have a bunch of movement here in our hinges. So we are going to be replacing our door hinge bushings. Now these are all from Quadratec. You don't have to buy them from Quadratec. I can link some, in the Amazon description below. If you buy from those links, it does help. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and unplug this door, get it off the hinges, and we're going to check out the hinge bushings here on our factory hinges and see how they look. Now, just by looking at these hinge bushings, these are aluminum, and you can see just how worn they are. So this is basically the bushing remover and installer tool that they give you. So this is going to slide in like this, and then we're just going to take a hammer here and tap this up. I'll set you up on the tripod so you can see what we're doing, and we're going to go ahead and remove this old bushing, and then we're going to drive in our new plastic polyurethane bushings. Alright guys, so we went ahead and put some cardboard here because we are going to be swinging a hammer. But what we're going to do is we're basically going to install this tool here, and then very carefully try to remove our bushings. Now there is nothing really left in here of these bushings, so I might even just be able to go in here almost with a drill and clean these out a little bit better. But because of the shape that our bushings are in, this tool is wedged in there now, so I have to get a punch and punch this back out. So now if your bushings are in better shape than mine are, this will not be this difficult here. But let me just show you how my bushings are coming out. This is unbelievable. That's all that's left of my bushings. This is just bare metal in here. That is unbelievable. Alright guys, so this bushing is not fitting in here the way it's supposed to, and I think some of the old bushing is stuck in here, so we're going to drill it out a little bit. We started out here with a 7/16 drill bit. Now we're going to step up to a 15/32, and we're just very carefully lining this up, being sure we're going in nice and straight. And we're going to let the drill do the work, basically. And you can tell that this is aluminum we're drilling and not the steel, just because of how easy it's coming apart. Like so. And we're just going to keep going up until this fits in here snug, and then we can go ahead and tap it in. So we're going to go up to the next size. Alright guys, and here you'll see we got the whole bushing out. This bushing is completely shot. You can see just by looking at it. So now that we have the whole thing out, now we can go ahead and put our new bushings in. I didn't realize that they were that bad. That's crazy. So you might not have to drill yours out like we did, but that's what we ended up having to do. Like I said, we put a little bit of our white lube here. We're going to go ahead, put that in. We're going to use our installer, and then just very lightly Tap that in. Now we're going to try the same thing down here, but I have a feeling that, you know, we're just going to have to drill this one out too, because this ain't going to come out. These are so worn that they're not going to come out easily. So we're going to go ahead and drill it again. We started again, like I said, with the 7/16, I believe, and we're just going to start working our way up. This is just going to be a little tricky with this hinge in the way. I might have to remove this hinge in order to get a straight angle in on the drill here. So let me just mark this so I know exactly where this hinge was, and then we'll go ahead and pull this hinge off, start working on this one. Alright guys, I'm just going to use a little paint marker here, and I'm just going to outline here how this hinges so that I can put it back on exactly the same way. So let me just show you here what we have. This here is what we're left with, you'll see. So we'll see exactly how that goes on. These should be 13 millimeters. We'll pull them right out, and then I can get a straight angle in here to drill this. Alright guys, here's our second bushing. Got it out. You'll see here. Again, we're just going to clean this up, lube it up, put the new one in. Alright guys, you'll see here we got this hinge installed back at the correct location. We have this bushing installed. Now we're going to go ahead and remove this door seal and replace it. Let me put you on the tripod. We're going to go ahead, open these up, get it started. So with the door off, this is really simple. You're just going to go ahead, start pulling the seal off, like so. There's going to be some areas where there's clips. You'll have to go ahead and remove those clips, because there's a good chance, like these, they're just going to stay in the door. But you could just use a pair of cutting dikes or something of the sort there to get them out. So let's go get our pliers, get them out, and then we'll get the new seal on. So here you're going to see these two little blue clips. We're just going to grab our dikes and pry them out, like so. Okay, and then there's one more on this side. Same thing, just going to pry them out, throw them out. We're going to open up our new door seal. For some reason, these new ones come with these little clips. My Jeep does not have the holes for these drilled into the doors. So I'm going to remove these in the places that it does not need them, and then we're only going to keep them in the places that it does. So what I'm doing now is I'm basically sliding this weather stripping into the channel on the door, and I'm using this interior trim panel tool to go ahead and do that. That way I'm not damaging the rubber seal in any way. I mean, you could use a screwdriver if you really wanted, but interior trim panels or trim panel remover tool will definitely work the best. So I'll leave a link to these in the video description below, and I'm just going to keep doing this off camera because this is going to be pretty boring to watch, because literally all I'm doing is sliding this into its channel so it doesn't come out. Alright guys, so we got our hinges in here. I just want to show you, if I pull up on this door, they do not have any play in them anymore. We have our new door seals installed. They are nice and tight. Like I said, we did have to remove quite a bit of these because this door only has provisions, excuse me, for 3 of them. But let me just make sure I have the keys in case this is locked. Let's go ahead. Door shuts, door opens. You gotta slam it a little bit. I guess those seals are still a little fresh. But that's it. So now we just have to repeat this process on the other side. Alright guys, so we got both of our front door seals replaced, and we replaced both front hinge bushings. Now, the main reason we did this is we had a very large water leak. We had a big rainstorm, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this earlier in the video, but our back carpet was absolutely saturated to the point that I had to remove it. Now, I did go ahead and check these rear hinges, and for right now, they're tight, so we're not going to mess with them. I do have them for when it is time to do them. We do have the polyurethane bushings that we used up front here. I just want to show you how this should look. We have our new seals here, all nice and tight. You just grab them, give them a little wiggle, make sure they're not in there loose. So what we went ahead and did is I went inside the Jeep and I had Emily come out here with a flashlight. And she basically just shined the light like this all the way around. And I basically made sure that inside of the Jeep I could not see the light, because on this side, on the passenger side, what was happening is the water would get in right here and it would leak down and then go backwards. It would follow the pillar and then go down into the dip on the floor, and I still could see a little bit of light there. So what I did end up having to do is loosen the basically the latch here, and I shifted this in towards the center of the truck, and what that does is when you shut your door, it pulls it in a little bit tighter, and it closed our gap up here. Then we went ahead, did the flashlight thing, checked around it, and everything was good. So you're probably watching this because you had a water leak and you're trying to solve it. Ours, like I said, ended up being the door seals, so we went ahead and replaced them. And I think it was a combination of the seals and the bushings, because the front of the doors where they meet the hinges were definitely sagging. So if this video helped you find water leaks or replace your door seals or your door hinges on your JK or JKU, please like, share, and subscribe. We got some more content coming up on this in a little bit. We're going to be doing a re-gear. We're going 488s. And we have some sway bar disconnects that we're also going to be installing. So again, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.